Thanks for joining us at 11. I'm Anna Torrea. Our chief meteorologist, Dan Cianca, joins us now. Dan, what is the weather looking like? I mean, we have a lot that we're talking about and dealing with.
It's been a busy day, very memorable day, I think, for a lot of folks, especially across Santa Cruz County. Elsewhere, it had been kind of quiet, I think, in many locations. But we're still not done with this weather system. It's going to be with us overnight and into the day tomorrow. The major hazards have passed, but that isn't to say that there aren't some additional hazards out there. Radar picture tonight still looking fairly active. We have a line of heavier showers really kind of concentrated across central Santa Cruz County, where a flood advisory remains in effect. The river levels and stream levels are looking okay right now, but we're keeping an eye on things. We did see a hail report in Brookdale, so someone is getting some small hail out of some of these showers tonight. And the threat of showers will continue. We're going to see ongoing light to moderate rain in the coastal mountains overnight, with occasional rounds of showers for other areas overnight. So this is going to continue through the overnight hours tonight and into tomorrow morning. So we take a live look from Domenico's on the wharf tonight. Still seeing some raindrops on the camera lens there, as we have been seeing rain on and off across Monterey, and also into places like, well, Salinas here. We've been seeing rain on and off tonight. Nothing heavy. The winds were strongest this morning, I think, and the rain was the strongest this morning in Salinas, but we're still seeing some showers late this evening as well, as this area of low pressure off to our north continues to swirl. It's pretty much up in wine country right now, taking a vacation up there, but also weakening a little bit. So we can see the center of circulation right here. It is kind of making a turn to head back down toward us overnight. Now, as it strengthened overnight last night into this morning, we saw that rapid deepening, the strong winds with it. Now it is beginning to weaken, so the winds are easing with us as well. So as it moves back over us overnight tonight into tomorrow morning, the winds won't be near as strong. It's still going to be gusty out there, though, so can't rule out additional trees down here and there, just not widespread. We might have a few isolated instances and maybe situations where something was weakened from the stronger winds today, or a branch fell onto another tree, and then a brief gust later on finally knocks it all the way down to the ground. These are the things you got to be aware of. And that means if you're driving around up in the mountains, it's just not a good idea. I mean, our own reporter, Natalie, was trapped up in Ben Lomond for hours this evening because of closed roads and down trees and power lines. So we finally got her home. That's some good news tonight. But a rough situation for all across Santa Cruz County, as those road closures likely in many cases continuing into tomorrow. One other thing of note here, the counterclockwise circulation around the low, bringing southwest winds ashore. And we're seeing those winds tonight, and they will continue through the overnight. Not that they're extreme, but still strong and forceful. And with that force, they are pushing some water against the coast. And now at high tide here in about a half an hour, there's potential for a little bit of storm surge. In fact, the National Weather Service issued a coastal flood advisory for our entire immediate coastline. Now, it goes with their zones, so the alert goes to their coastal zones. So we're not going to see coastal flooding all the way up through Watsonville to Romas. That's not how it works, or across the entire Monterey Peninsula. We're talking about that narrow strip of coastline right along the immediate coast, and then in the low areas, lagoons and sloughs, places like that. Potential for a couple feet of coastal flooding right at high tide late tonight. So you don't need to be down near the water. I wouldn't be tonight. I don't think we'll have any major issues. I just want people to be aware of that. Future winds showing the winds starting to taper off here over the next several hours. We see that green color disappearing by the time we wake up tomorrow morning. So again, we're losing strength in that low. Will also help lose strength in the winds. The actual low pressure center itself will move over us around lunchtime tomorrow, and then continue to move on southward, leaving us behind. And behind it, northwesterly winds are going to kick in, and they're going to be cold and then with us for the rest of the week. So hope you like cold weather. It's not going to warm up at all this week. Precipitation with this storm hasn't been all that great. It's been somewhat meager out there outside of the coastal mountains in Santa Cruz County. In fact, Salinas only about 1/4 of an inch of rain. But we'll continue to see more as we head through the overnight hours. Again, on the south side of this low, moisture being pushed to shore. Continuous rain in the coastal mountains overnight with rounds of showers elsewhere. It's possible we'll see an embedded thunderstorm. We could see another little instance of small hail like we had in Brookdale tonight. So you might get a little bit of maybe rice or pea-sized hail overnight. Then tomorrow, as the low passes, a few more showers kicking up tomorrow afternoon. And then as it moves to the south of us, we may have just a couple more showers before things all wind down. So we're kind of in this winding down phase as far as the wind is concerned, but the rain will continue through most of the overnight hours for most areas before showering out a bit tomorrow afternoon and then finally ceasing. So we may see some additional rainfall in the coastal mountains, up to an inch or two, but cities around the bay, I wouldn't expect much more than a half an inch to an inch of rain overnight. Nothing too major, no major flood concerns, but some partial street flooding and things like that will certainly be possible with these showers. Quick look at your temperature forecast tomorrow. It is not going to be warm. We might even get a little sunshine tomorrow afternoon, but temperatures are going to stay in the 50s, only 58 in Santa Cruz tomorrow. Upper 50s, Salinas, Hollister, Watsonville, Gilroy only 56 tomorrow. The Monterey Peninsula, very chilly, only in the mid 50s for highs. I mean, we should be in the mid-60s this time of year, even in Pacific Grove. And then down south, still all 50s. I don't think we have any 60s on the map at all tomorrow. So a chilly one out there, and it's not going to get any warmer anytime soon. We will have some sunshine this week. Skies are going to stay partly cloudy, but blustery northwest flow will continue to reinforce us with cold air all week long and into the weekend. That's going to keep our highs in the 50s. Brr, it has not been warm this month, nor was it last month, nor was it the month before. It's just staying cool. We'll warm up just a touch on Monday before the next storm system arrives, and that's on Tuesday. So at least we have a break of about 5 days of dry weather before the next storm arrives. We're going to watch that one. It could be interesting. It's packed with cold air and could have some wind with it. So inland area, same story. One thing I do want to mention for our inland valleys, we'll have a couple of cold nights Friday, maybe Saturday and Sunday, where we might be watching for frost. I know the growing season is starting to kick off right now, but cold nights ahead. We're going to keep an eye on that for you, Anna.
All right, thanks so much for that, Dan.